Okay, so it's Sunday morning. I'm up early. I've got a ride planned today, but just before I do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about nutrition. Today's ride is 100 miles, which for me is actually quite a long ride. Like, I don't really do a lot of long rides, and I want to do more of them. And I think the most important thing to doing those kinds of rides is nutrition. A big mistake that a lot of people make for a 100-mile ride, they eat the same as they would for a 60-mile ride or a 50-mile ride. But when you're out on the bike for like 6 hours plus, you need to eat a lot of food. And so I've just had this fresh delivery from Veloforte. This is not sponsored. I paid for all of this with my own money, but I love this stuff. And I thought I would just explain a little bit about what I'm taking with me on today's ride. And hopefully if you're planning a 100-mile ride, this might give you some sort of idea for how much you should take with you to avoid bonking when you're out there. Okay, I'm gonna do this quick because I've got to leave pretty soon. So the first thing I'm doing is eating a very large bowl of porridge. I go for porridge before a ride because it's just a good way to get like a lot of carbs in. So I've got like 60 grams of oats and then some oat milk as well. And then I've got like granola and blueberries on top of that. And then out on the bike, you're looking for like 50 to 70 grams of carbs per hour, roughly speaking. For me, I really need like a mixture of different things in order to get that amount of calories in. And so I take quite a lot of my calories and carbs through bottle mixture. So there's some carbohydrate powder in this bottle. I got 2 of them. And so I think that there's about 70 grams of carbs in each of these bottles. And so that's a great way of just getting some extra fuel in without it feeling like you're eating. Because I think that can be the hard thing. Like when you're out on the bike all day and you've eaten so many calories, it becomes really hard to eat. And you'll see that in the snacks that I choose to bring. So at the start of the day, I'll be eating some of these bars, which I think are amazing from Veloforte. They're real food, they're just like packed full of fruits and nuts and different things. So I'm probably gonna take maybe 2 of these, 3 of these, and I'll start eating these earlier in the day because I always prefer to eat real food earlier on. Now, Veloforte also do these electrolyte and carb mix sachets. So basically exactly what I've got in my bottles. But in my bottles, I've got like a Science and Sport. But yeah, I can take these with me on the ride. And it means that when we go to a cafe, I can refill my bottle and put some more carb mix in. So I'm gonna take one of these with me for later on in the day. They also do these chews, kind of a bit like sweets, but they're made of like real fruits, and they've got like loads of carbs in there. And so these are like a little bit easier to eat. So once I've done the bars a little bit further into the day, I'll start on these. And then for much later in the day, we've got these gels. So these are great for when you just cannot face eating anymore. Much later on in the day, gels are just super easy. These also have like sodium and electrolyte in them as well. And so this one also has some caffeine. So at that point, we've got quite a bit of food to take with us. And so this is gonna go in my jersey pocket, but this is definitely not enough. And so also on today's ride, we've got 2 cafe stops, one at about 60k and one at about 130k. And we're gonna eat some pretty big meals at those 2 cafe stops. Anyway, it's so early, a lot of this probably didn't make very much sense. I'm also aware that I'm running late, so I'm gonna have to go, and I will talk to you a little bit later when I'm out on the bike. Okay, I got out, a little bit of a rush, but it's a beautiful morning. The sun is just coming up. It's a lot colder than I thought it was gonna be, but I'm hoping it's only gonna get warmer from here, so. Alright mate.
Hi there. You good?
Yeah, it's a bit cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's when you're standing around for 10 minutes. Was the poo worth it?
Was the poo worth it? It's always the poo.
What?
Yeah, it's a bit colder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But it can only warm up, I guess.
It'll warm up.
30 kilometers into today, just over an hour. It's a beautiful morning. Phil's here. Yeah, we've picked a good day for it. Feeling pretty good at the moment. I'm about to have my first snack of the day, and I think that's probably going to be a bar. Like I said this morning, it's sort of easier to eat proper food earlier into the day. We've got breakfast stop in probably just over an hour. So yeah, all in all, going pretty well. First snack of the day, I've got the citrus fruits, almonds and honey bar.
Morning.
Morning.
Hello.
What have you got, Phil?
It's Scottish Oats from Aldi.
Phil's doing the budget version too.
Budget option.
Yeah.
That's not budget, look, that's Mars.
No, that's premium.
That's a Mars triple treat.
Yeah, that's premium snack.
It's fruit, nut and chocolate.
But the other two, budget snacks.
To be fair as well, I think this is a legit brand. Just it's not native.
Yeah. So you don't need to buy these expensive ones, but I do prefer these. I don't know how you feel, but I prefer these because I feel like I'm eating slightly better than the chocolate bar, do you know what I mean?
They're great, and if you could bother to make them yourself, it's over.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, we're like, what, 35k in?
Are we?
Sun's out. Feet are still pretty cold. I've got I got tinfoil in there, you can see. I'm not really sure it's doing anything, to be honest. So yeah, I think we've got like another 35k until breakfast. We got a cafe stop, so we thought we'd just stop for a couple minutes now to enjoy a snack before then. So we just stopped for lunch at a lovely cafe in Newark. I was meant to video what I had for food, because that's like the whole point of this video, but I was so hungry that I just ate it all and completely forgot about videoing it. So I'm going to walk you through it verbally and you can just use your imagination. I had the veggie breakfast. There was a muffin with some poached eggs, there was some beans, some mushrooms, and it was lovely. And then I had some carrot cake and a ginger beer. It was a great stop, but we have just gone the wrong way, so we're trying to get back on the route, which I think is this way. I've lost Philip. I mean, oh, there he is. Oh, he's gonna go for the off-road. Please fall. So we've got about 60k to go, I think, until our next stop. We've got a lunch stop planned. Yep. Look at this. You feeling good after some food, Philip?
Oh, feeling cold again.
Cold?
Yeah, food was great.
I'm definitely feeling warmer than I was first thing. Feet are warm for once. Yeah. So, probably a couple of snacks between now and lunch stop. I'll hopefully try and record those and not forget. Not very good at making videos. He's going fast. The roads around here are just perfect. Beautiful, smooth roads. Ah, perfect. What a day for riding bikes!
Talk about Phil. However, you might talk about it.
What's that?
How's your mum?
How's my mum?
She'll probably like that.
I don't know if my mum watches my videos.
Say hi to my mum then.
Yes. Does your mum watch the videos?
She's not so much for you actually. No, I think she likes just the scenery. Yeah.
So it's been about 30k since we stopped for food. I'm gonna have another snack. I'm feeling these little jelly sweet chew things from Veloforte. Something a bit sweet, a bit sugary. They've got a bunch of carbs in them. Really nice. Quick stop. We're making very good progress today. We've got 55k's left to go. Quick pee stop. We've got another cafe in another cafe in probably, what, 25 minutes?
Not long.
I'm gonna eat another bar. At this point, I really don't feel like eating it. I don't feel hungry. I think it's not gonna be the most enjoyable eat, but I'm gonna do it because I think I'll appreciate it later.
Budget snack update.
Oh yeah, so what's your budget option?
The packaging looks budget, doesn't it? The Harvest Morn soft bakes.
Soft bake.
I can't remember what flavour this is. Oh, it says it there. It's filled choco.
Yeah, that's budget. I mean, it's gonna do it, isn't it? It's gonna do the trick.
It looks brilliant.
Yeah?
I'm not really hungry. It's
What?
good.
Yeah?
I mean, you get about 6 for 99p, don't you?
Phil, give us your best tip for riding 100 miles if you've never done it before.
Let me think about it. Ask me again.
Okay, I'll just keep rolling.
Best tip is just to actually keep rolling, because waiting around too long means you don't go anywhere. Some days I don't mind being in the videos,
Yeah,
and there's other days like this.
yeah.
You're going to edit it, make me look good.
Yeah, I'll do my best, yeah.
I hate this so much.
You got this.
My
mate.
top tip, cycling 100 miles, is don't smash it for the first, 90 miles. Then smash it. That's still to come. Save some gels and some food.
Yeah.
My other tip is eat a lot, even when you're not hungry. Otherwise, your legs will stop working.
Good tip. Phil and I have done the cream tea for 2 and a thing of chips. So at this point, I'm really not feeling like eating any more food. I've got some fruit loaf.
Sugar.
Chips. Yeah, some salty chips, that's what we need.
Just got a salty tea as well.
That's what we need. Chips first. And then we'll eat the cakes. Tell you what though, all for a tenner. Okay, we finished with our second stop. I'm not gonna lie, I really struggle to eat in there. I just don't want to eat any more food. Oh, I'm actually on the verge of being sick. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's just how much fibre was in those Veloforte bars. Yep, 35k's to go. We'll be chasing the light, I think, and it's starting to get cold. So, yeah, last little bit now. Hopefully, I'm not sick on the road. Good ride.
Cheers, man.
We're finished. Well, I've still got 5k left to home, but finished with this guy. Mate, that was my longest ever ride. Good riding with you, and I will catch you later. Dominoes later. So, today's ride will end up being just over 180 kilometers by the time I get home. I've done quite a lot of, well, I've done a few 100 miles before, which is 164 kilometers, but this will be my longest ride. And yeah, I feel like the winter zone 2 base miles has really helped, because I feel pretty good, which I don't think I could have said that last summer. But anyway, this video was pretty much about nutrition, but I think definitely like the main lessons have been you just gotta eat and it gets hard, you have to force yourself to eat a little bit, and also just having a range of food so that there's always kind of something that you fancy eating. If you get bored of one thing, you have something else to try. And yeah, that's been it. I think that I want to make a video on a 200 kilometer ride. There's like a couple of events coming up in summer. Got like a 235 gravel ride in June, and so I'm going to be ramping up like the miles that I'm doing, and so I'll make a few videos about that, share what I've learned, share what I'm doing training. But if you've got any questions about like riding longer miles, nutrition, training, all of that, drop them in the comments down below, and I'll yeah, try to make a video on those and answer your questions. But I'm going to enjoy this sunset as I cycle home, a couple of kilometers to go, and I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers!